Hello and welcome to our daily learning video. Today's letter is the letter K. Can you say K? If your name starts with K, stand up. If your name starts with K, stand up. If your name starts with K, if your name starts with K, if your name starts with K, stand up. Miss Kathy's name starts with K, and that's what K looks like. K is for kitten, but today we'll learn that K is for koala bear. So to decorate the letter K, I just took a gray crayon and I colored the K. If you don't have a gray crayon, you could use black, but just don't press down really hard. Next, I just glued some green leaves on there because koala bears love to eat eucalyptus leaves. Okay, so there you have it. That's what letter K looks like. Now let's try to write the letter K for our handwriting time. Okay, so the way that you write K is you make a number 1, and then you come back to the top and move over, slide to the middle and kick out. I'm going to even make a little boot. So there you go, slide to the middle and kick out. Let's see what that looks like on the handwriting house. So you're going to just make that number 1, and then you're going to go back to the top, slide to the middle and kick out. 1, slide to the middle and kick out. There's the 1. Slide to the middle and kick out. 1, slide and kick. Now you can pause and practice, or you can just practice for homework. So let's make the little letter K. Big K had a big kick, but the little letter K is going to have a little kick. So make the 1 and then slide to the middle and kick out. So let's see what that looks like on handwriting paper. Make the 1 first, and then go downstairs, slide to the middle and kick out. 1, and then all downstairs, slide and kick. 1, slide and kick. 1, slide to the middle and kick out. There you have it. That's a lowercase letter K. And I know you worked so hard on your letter K, so I'm going to send you a sticker for handwriting today. There it comes. Thank you so much. Well, let's talk about the sound that letter K makes now, okay? Letter K says k, k, k. Can you try to make that sound? K, k, k. Very good. Letter K says k, as in kick. Well, we have a special guest today to help us to remember the sound of letter K. So come on out here and see everybody. It's Kermit the Frog. Wow. Kermit, does your name start with a K? Well, that's pretty cool. Well, we were just talking about the sound that letter K makes. K says k, 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 as in kick. Would you help us to practice that? Okay, so here we go. K says k, 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 as in kick. Oh, that was a pretty good kick. Did you see Kermit kick? Will you do it again, Kermit? All right, you help me say that sound that K makes. K says k, 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 as in kick. Did you see Kermit kick? Kermit wants to see you kick now. What does letter K say? K says k, 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 as in kick. Oh, that was a high kick, Kermit. And you did a great job kicking too. Let's do it one more time. Letter K says k, 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 as in kick. Well, Kermit, thank you so much for coming today and helping us to know that K says k, as in kick. We'll see you in just a little bit, okay, Kermit? So now let's get back to it. We know what K says, so let's blend with it. Do you remember what the vowels are and can you say them? The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. Well, we're going to put a letter K beside each of the vowels. And now we're going to do some blending. Okay, so here we go. K says K as in kick. And A says ah as in achoo. So let's try to put these sounds together. K, ah, ka, ka. Like Miss Kathy, that's the first part of my name, ka. Well, E looks like an ear, and E says eh, eh. So let's blend. K, eh, ke, ke. I looks like a lollipop, and I says eh, like an icky, sticky lollipop. Eh. Let's blend. K, eh, ke, ke. Now, O has a sore throat. Let's get Kermit to come back and let's check Kermit's throat. Kermit, come back. We need you again. Can we check your throat? Open your mouth and say, ah. Kermit, your throat looks really good. Can I check your throat too? Open your mouth and say, ah. Looks great. So that's what letter O says. Thank you, Kermit. Letter O says, ah. See, my mouth even looks like an O. Ah. So let's blend. K, ah, ka, ka. Now letter U looks like a full tummy. Too much ice cream, cake, cupcakes, cookies, and donuts. And now U has a tummy ache and says, So let's blend. K, ka. Well, you did a great job today with our blending. You're on your way to reading for sure. And that was our letter of the day time. Now it's time for some math. For math today, we're going to be feeding a koala bear some eucalyptus leaves. There they are. It says feed the koala. We're going to be making 10. So if you notice, all of the answers here are 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. Instead of using leaves today, and that might be a great idea for you if you want to do this at home, but I'm going to use pom-poms. You could cut out leaves or use pom-poms or cereal pieces. So I have some pom-poms here and I want you to count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 pom-pom balls. I'm not going to take any of the pom-pom balls away. I'm just going to move them around, but there are still going to be only 10. Okay, so let's try this. All right, so there's 1 at the top, and there are 9 down below. But altogether, how many pom-pom balls are there? There are still only 10. I just moved them around. So that tells me that 1 plus 9 equals 10. Okay, let's do this again. All right, so how many pom-pom balls are at the top this time? 2. And let's count the pom-pom balls at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 plus 8 equals how many pom-pom balls altogether? There are still 10. So 2 plus 8 equals 10. And so does 1 plus 9. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, how many pom-pom balls are at the top now? 1, 2, 3. How many pom-pom balls are at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 plus 7 equals how many pom-pom balls altogether? 10. Very good. We didn't take any away. There are still 10 pom-pom balls. Okay, let's do the next one. This time, how many pom-pom balls are at the top? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many pom-pom balls at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many altogether? 10. So 4 plus 6 equals 10. Did you realize there were so many ways to make 10? That's pretty cool. Okay, the next one, let's see what it is. How many pom-pom balls are at the top now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many balls are at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 5 equals how many altogether? 10. Good work. 5 plus another 5 equals 10. Okay, wow, good job. We have just one more. So let's see if we can figure out how many pom-pom balls are at the top this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many pom-pom balls are at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many pom-pom balls all together are there? There are still just 10. We didn't take any away. We just moved them all around. So 6 plus 4 equals 10. Look at all the ways we made 10. We said 1 plus 9 equals 10. We said 2 plus 8 equals 10. We said 3 plus 7 equals 10. 4 plus 6 equals 10. And 5 plus 5 equals 10. Wow, you did a great job with math today. Okay, for music and movement, I'm going to put a fun song for you to just take a break and take a moment to sing. And it says koala la la la. So it's pretty fun. Well, today we're going to make a koala la 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 for art today. Let's head over to the art table now. For art today, we're going to make a koala bear. You just need 2 circles. I'm using this lid and this cup. You just need to take some newspaper or magazine print, trace and cut out 1 big circle and 2 small circles. Those are the ears. And if you don't have newspaper print or magazine print, you can just use regular plain white paper, and then you can just color it gray. But you can see that the newspaper print, because it's white, because it's black on white, it kind of makes it look gray. So that's a cool effect. So the next thing you need to do is just cut out an oval from black paper. Draw a little mouth for your koala bear, and then add some eyes. You could draw the eyes on, or you could use wiggly eyes like me. So there you have it. That's a cute little koala bear for art today. For science and social studies today, we're going to be learning about the koala bear. So take a look at this. A koala bear is a small bear-like animal. It has a thick woolly fur coat, which can keep it warm and also act like a raincoat. Koala bears live mostly in Australia, and they eat eucalyptus leaves. Let's take a look at where Australia is on the globe. Okay, so this is the United States of America. If you go all the way around to the other side of the world, you can see right here, there's the continent of Australia. Can you say Australia? Australia. That's where koala bears live. Of course, they can also live at the zoo, but this is where they mostly live, in Australia. So where in Australia do they live? Well, they like to live in eucalyptus forest because they do love those yummy eucalyptus leaves. Koala bears eat and eat, but when they're not eating, they're sleeping. In fact, they sleep a lot. Many sleep 18 hours a day and are only awake for 6 hours. The word koala comes from a term that means no drink. Maybe they got their name because they don't drink a lot. In fact, they get most of their water from the leaves that they eat. Koala bears carry their babies in a pouch, like a kangaroo. A baby koala is called a joey. It stays in the pouch for 6 months. Well, today I'm going to read you a story about a mommy and baby koala. It's called Koala Lou. Koala Lou by Mem Fox. Illustrated by Pamela Lofts. Koala Lou lived in the eucalyptus forest with her mother. Her mother loved her most of all. 100 times a day, she would laugh and shake her head and say, "Koala Lou, I do love you." Whenever she stretched in the morning sun, or climbed a tree, or bravely went down the path all by herself, her mother would smile and call out, "Koala Lou, I do love you." Well, some time passed, and Koala Lou got brothers and sisters who joined their family. Suddenly, Mother was busy and didn't have as much time to spend with Koala Lou as she had before. Every night as she curled up under the stars, Koala Lou thought about the times when her mother had looked at her and said, "Koala Lou, I do love you," and she longed for her to say it again. One night, Koala Lou had a splendid idea. Preparations had begun for the Bush Olympics. She would enter the Olympics. She would compete in the tree climbing event and she would win. And her mother would be so proud. She would say, "Koala Lou, I do love you." Well, after a good night's rest, the next morning, Koala Lou began her training. She jogged and puffed and lifted weights and panted. She hung from a branch with one claw at a time until she ached. She did push-ups till her stomach hurt. And last of all, she climbed the tallest tree she could find over and over and over again. While Koala Lou was training, preparations were underway for the Bush Olympics. Sometimes her mother would watch her and ask, "How you doing, Blossom?" "Fine, just fine," Koala Lou would reply. Koala Lou practiced again and again, climbing up the tallest tree. At last the day arrived. Everyone came to see the Olympics. Koala Claus had also entered the tree climbing contest, and everyone knew how fast she was. But Koala Lou wasn't scared. She saw her mother in the crowd and imagined her saying, "Koala Lou, I do love you," and her heart was filled with hope. It was Koala Claus who went first. Her climb was a record-breaking 22 meters in 70 seconds flat. The spectators whistled and cheered and wildly waved their party hats. Hooray for koala claws. Can I do better than that? Wondered Koala. I must. As she stepped toward the tree, a hush fell over the crowd. She looked at that tall tree. She looked back at her mother. She looked at that tall tree. And then, with a deep breath, she leapt onto the tree. Up and up and up she climbed, higher and higher and higher, faster and faster and faster, until there she was, right at the very top. The spectators roared and clapped and stamped their feet. Hooray for Koala. But was it fast enough? Not quite. In spite of all her training and all her hoping, it was Koala Claus who won the gum tree climbing contest. Koala came in second. Koala went off and hid. She heard the shouts of the Bush Olympics and she cried her heart out. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. She cried and cried, but then she heard something behind her. It was her mother. Her mother hugged her. Her mother said to her, Koala, I do love you, and I will always love you. The end. Koala didn't have to win a contest for her mother to love her. Her mother loves her no matter what, just like yours. Well, Kermit, come back out and let's say goodbye to our friends. They did a great job, didn't they? Today we learned that K says K as in kick, and Kermit helped us with our kicking. I hope I'll see you next time for our daily learning video and our letter of the day. Goodbye, everyone. High five from Kermit for a job well done. High five. Bye, everyone.